Hey, so this is part 4 of Div 3. In this one I will show you how to start your Visio ERD. This is supposed to be a database ERD, so it's going to map out your tables in your database and do primary keys and foreign keys and all of that stuff. If you go to database in Visio, once you start Visio, it should come up with something like this. If you're in 2003, it'll come up just like this. If it's 2007 or 2010, it might be a little different. But mine shows this, and I choose database, and then I choose database model diagram, US units, or metric units, whichever one you prefer. You can drag over a couple entities just to show you what it looks like. You can drag over a relationship. By default, it does this arrow, which isn't really what we want. We want to use crow's feet. That's what the professor prefers, and that's really a better way to do it, in my opinion. So if you go to Database, Options, Document, you can click the checkbox crow's feet, and then click OK. To get that in 2007, 2010, you can just Google how to do that maybe. I'm not really sure yet. Don't have that version. So right here it shows one to many, I guess. If you double click one of these tables, it comes up with this little thing, the database properties, which is really table properties, I guess. You can rename the table here. You can put in all the attributes, column names, say if it's a primary key or not, and it's really simple. It's not that difficult. You would just look at the image in the description, and you would make it look similar to this, but just think it out. Think how your tables work, think how your database works, and think how the primary and foreign keys work, and you can easily find out, or you can easily figure out which one is one to many, which one is many to one, which one goes on which table, where the many side goes, all that kind of stuff. And Info 364 should have helped you figure that stuff out by now. Should be pretty easy. Should be like a very, very simple thing to do. And so now, take this out. Now, next thing I'll do is I'll show you how to, or what a data dictionary should look like. So close out of Visio, and close out of Rational Rows too, I guess. This is let me see, so this is what a database dictionary should look like. Let me open it in something a little cleaner. But basically it's going to be that you have a column maybe that could say table name, and you could have a column that says column name, which would be for your table, your column names. Yeah, here we go. So you have table name, column name. This is a table name of whatever this is. This column name of, this might be like the primary key, I guess, for this table right here. And you'd have column data type, column for whether it's null or not, whether it's a primary key, whether it's a foreign key. And you could also have another column though that says description, and it could describe what this column does. You could also have another table that it actually only has maybe 5 or 8. Yeah, I guess 5, I suppose. Items, and each one is a table, and it can just be table name and then description, and it could say you could have 5 tables, and each thing just is described. You could describe what the BE table does and what the orders table does, and that kind of thing. That might make it easier for someone that hasn't seen your project yet. It's a good documentation to just document the table and the description of the table. But this would be for your This would be a good data dictionary if you just made it for your project. So the next thing, describe what a use case should do. Basically, if you go to the images and you go to your use case, a detailed use case, describe what a detailed use case should do. So we have our use case here. Let's say we made it, and now we want to describe what this does. We go into Microsoft Word, maybe. Table, insert table. You just have it be 2 by 2 if you want. And you just have, you say actor, and you say description. And you could say, I guess owner / manager. You could do one more. You could say salesperson. And the description, so this owner manager can do, you just need to describe what he's able to do here. So he can do account maintenance, he can update prices, purchase ordering, whatever it is that you put in your use case diagram, you need to let it be nice detailed. You can see how this is this just says account maintenance, and here you could say account maintenance, and then also have it be that it's a little brief description of what account maintenance does, maybe what that means, because that is pretty vague, and you could kind of go into more detail on that. And you could go into and say salesperson can record a sales order, and once he records a sales order, he must calculate a sale, and he also must print a receipt, and he has an option to update record, or update the update record for a customer, and create a customer if he isn't in the database, maybe. So that's how you'll do a detailed use case. Just make it as detailed as you can. Kind of go into details. That's how it would work. All right. And let's see. The next video that I'll do, because it might take a while to do it, I'm going to go ahead and go through this Google document, this spreadsheet, Excel spreadsheet. I'm going to have you copy this into Excel, and I'll try to dissect it and try to go through each little thing and try to make it make sense so that you can create, because this is the one that Saunders did, so you can actually create your own, because you actually understand how every little thing works. Not just how to calculate the ledger and journal, but how to maybe insert a couple more things in here and change it in here too, and do it all manually. Even though our program will do it automatically, but it's good to understand how to do it manually so you can actually get a grasp on how your program's working, tables are working, and all that. I'll do that in the next video, so it's one video for it. Alright.